Welcome to Ironhaven for year 64 of this Life is Feudal Forest Village playthrough. So that's one of my new Forester's Village areas. There's the second one, so between them they cover this whole area up to about there. Then when the weather allows I'm going to pop a third one in, I guess it'll be about there. Oh, there we go, yeah. I was just thinking I did lay out the area for it, or terraformed the area to be able to take it and start building the kind of runway that will lead up to it. Not that you can see much from the shame there ain't all the effort with the modelling, and you don't see a lot of it unless you just kind of flick in and out for 1 pixel. But anyway, so the buildings that were in this area for the old Forester's Village, have all been demolished. I'm setting them to clear and terraform this area so it's in keeping with the rest. Give me room for 2 fields or orchards there. Got to decide which to do, really, haven't I? I guess orchards. I suppose worst case if I'm desperate I can always stick another field on the end there. And have I got room over here? Not at the minute. But I could possibly do something with that, don't know. We'll see, whatever. Got room to tack something on the end there. Yeah, anyway, when that's done I'll decide what to do. So, life has become a lot simpler now in that all the villagers are only eating the 2 sorts of pies we're making, so I've got to do loads of bakeries. We've got... oh dear, the windmills are not doing a good job, are they? Down to 6,800. Why are they so bad? Those all live there. Maybe they didn't before it reallocated them, but they seem to all live there, so that looks promising. Okay. So eggs seem to have stabilised. Milk, not sure, might just be creeping down, but seems to be better since we put these huge fields in. These are going to be producing loads of meat, which is a bonus because I can get them into the market and convert them into something that we need desperately at some point. 0 degrees, so I'll keep an eye on it. I'll pause it if we get up to 0. +2, oh, we're in spring. +1, +2. I'm also started emptying out the fish farms again, purely to convert them into other things in the markets. Makes sense. I spent last winter doing loads of caravan trade routes, and there we go. And moving all the fish that had previously been distributed around in all the barns around the settlement into markets so I can convert them into other things. So, other than loads of growing, loads and loads of growing, a priority I think is to set the 3rd Forester's Village up and get these new fields in. Fields and orchards. Yeah, got no houses over there, have I? Got these orchards and no bloody houses. That's a nuisance. So I need probably a hostel there just to initially provide enough oomph to the area. Probably another caravan stable as well in the corner. I didn't build any exits, any castle gates, because I wasn't expecting to use this, I suppose. But okay, there's plenty of little projects to do. Tweaks, improvements, get things built up and running, moving along. If nothing more now than just bracing for the extra 150 people that are about to be dumped into the settlement. It's quite a lot of mouths to feed. So yeah, wish me luck. Okay, so the end of summer roundup, if you like. Pluses and minuses. It's still very laggy, but the AI actually allocated a second batch of empty houses, so we are actually heading towards about 820. It's a massive number of people being dumped in the system, of course. See if the system bends or breaks. On the downside, as you can see from the top here, this new small house, which is the furthest possible place away from the fish farms, has a fish farmer. So yeah, it's not really getting it. I could really do with it reallocating, because you know, all these labourers in this house in the top corner, the top right corner, they need to be foresters and hunters. Still there? Yeah, hunters there, so he's good. They could all do with being foresters. Yeah, I'm building a bathhouse. I forgot to build a bathhouse for happiness, and I've laid a load of paths for the foresters, try and make them a little more efficient. Just on this one, haven't got around to doing it properly on the rest yet. These ones were the kind of leftovers from the first batch of foresters' lodges and things. There is yeah, okay, so yeah, can't think what else to share with you really. I've just been trying really hard to, I've had to rescue a few people who were hungry. They were working over in this top corner, and the AI had them housed down here. So I've had to take hold of a few people along the way and kind of charge them home at my pace rather than the game's pace, so they didn't starve. I think I've had 6, 7, 8 maybe like that, so it's been quite a few. But yeah, it's all good, we're getting there. Creeping ever 824, so creeping ever closer to the magical 1000. This video's objective really. Yeah, all of the bakery based resources are all starting to bend as well. The flour, the windmills just aren't keeping up. All those bleeding windmills, look at that. And they're not keeping up. I do have an awful lot of bakeries to be fair, but what is that, 26 windmills? I really don't want to expand this way. Hopefully there'll be enough, we'll see. If not, I'll have to use the markets and convert God knows what to flour, I guess. Yeah, still. Yeah, that's it. Still plus 22. Loads of orchard fruit growing left to do. But for now, the villagers are just charging along, building loads of roads up in that top section. Yeah, that's not been allocated for, so I have. Yeah, of course I grew that late, and I built that late. So I'll keep that tucked up there just so I can keep half an eye on it. See when the AI does allocate once again. Yeah, okay. See how we get on. Look at this. Big numbers. I had the AI did wake up, I don't know, early winter I think it was. I had the game on pause for quite a while I was messing around with trying to manually reallocate the people who were living in the small houses out in the sticks for them to be foresters and one hunter rather than builders who were working down here and stupid things. So yeah, while I was doing all that, I guess the AI just had enough time to catch up and think, I don't know. So it recognised all the houses, which was fantastic. Then I was having another pause later and I'd had a couple of more houses, so it recognised another couple of houses. So now 829 spaces are recognised by the AI. 150 already in the system and another 60 odd available, so I'm going to be dumping 200 people basically into the 200 villagers into the settlement and the system in very short space of time. So I suspect this is probably where I find that everything I need starts running out, but that's alright. I don't think I've got any chance at all with the structure of this settlement reaching 2,000. Yeah, but don't know. Yeah, I think that might be a bit too ambitious. But you know, maybe if I do another one, I'll think about the layout a bit more specifically, rather than giving them loads of room to grow into. I mean, you know, I might be able to cram all sorts in. I don't know, but I can't imagine getting it anywhere near 2,000 with the size and structure and layout of the settlement the way it is. Still, we are moving slowly and deliberately and suddenly now in the short term towards 1,000, so yeah, it's alright. It's the end of another year. So the big challenge coming up now is going to be keeping the multitudes in everything. So pies are okay for the time being, but you know, pies, tools, clothes, all the essentials, and obviously all the ingredients that go into pies, tools and clothes. And charcoal. I think they're pretty much all people are using now. Am I missing anything? Because they're all just having the 3 items in the houses. And obviously they need to go and collect tools and clothes. Yeah, and the occasional herbs for a healer, but that's going to take them forever to get through that lot. So yeah, I think that is it, isn't it? So now I guess I just put all the effort I need to into pies, clothes, tools and charcoal, basically. And building materials for the addition of new buildings, whether they be houses or bakeries, basically. I suppose from this point onwards I've got to keep the actually, while I think about it, let's have a look at warm clothing. Okay, yeah, that's good. So for the time being, is that 8 weavers? Yeah, 8 weavers are capable of providing enough clothing for the population I've got. That will no doubt start slacking off at some point, so I'll have to keep a bit of an eye on that. I don't quite know where I'm gonna put them, really. I'm gonna have to keep them in this part, so I guess I'll just have to whack another batch on the end, maybe. I've got enough spaces in the houses here in theory to do stuff with, so it should be feasible, you would think. The windmills are not keeping up with demand. 26 of them, and they're not doing well enough. And I don't know if it's because I've got this, what is that, 52? Yeah. Oh, there they are. Yeah. 3 houses worth there, there's 30. Yeah, okay, so all of the millers are in these block of houses, so maybe it's the ones over here that are taking a hell of a long time to produce flour, I don't know. Best guess. Yeah, but whatever it is, it's causing me a lot of nonsense because I'm having to waste resources moving them into the market and converting them into flour. Flour and milk aren't really holding up. Fruit and vegetables have been plummeting, I think. Looking at those numbers, just nothing mathematical about it. Okay, sort of holding its own-ish. No, it has gone down on balance, hasn't it? Started there a little bit. So, fruit's gone down a touch. Vegetables about where they were. Yeah, alright. So I just have to be a bit clever, keep an eye on them. So I'm not going to need all of the wheat fields next year because I ain't converting the wheat into flour quickly enough. I guess I'll stick a couple of spud fields in. Oh, I've got 2 pumpkin fields over here, so in theory I can convert them. So 2,400 pumpkins, 3,300. Yeah, pumpkins are going to be turned into potatoes. I'll set them as pumpkins because we didn't get them built early enough to get a full field out. So there's another 12,000 more potatoes next year. I do need to keep going with flax. So in fact, actually, I should probably convert one of them into flax. Save me doing it early next year, then I can get this all done while it's fresh in my head. I might even think about sticking an extra field on the end here, perhaps. And the fruit will start going up because we had a lot of new fields last year that didn't produce any fruit. But if they don't, I can always bung something on the end there. Stick an extra 2, maybe 3 fields in there if I need to. So got room to expand without having to go further into the island, but pretty safe to say I should have enough space for 1,000 residents, especially if I just start building hostels instead of houses now. The rate that babies are popping into the settlement at the moment, don't think they particularly care if it's a hostel or a house. Yeah, child in a hostel. I didn't think they were supposed to be able to. Where are they? So, temporary house where people eat and get warm during cold season. Extremely low pregnancy chance. Apparently not. This is just the houses that are doing the heavy lifting in that respect. So, yeah. At any rate, that's all good. Behold the settlement. It is rather large. Good lord. Started from a couple of shacks. Okay, so yeah, on that note, we'll close year 64 off and I'll be back in a few days for year 65 for anyone left watching. Alright, see you then. Bye.